What's up, everyone? I'm Phritzy, and I'm talking about video games. Okay, so you've probably never seen anything like this. In fact, the camera's always been facing the other way. Typically, I'm looking at my screens, and there's a little webcam over above it. Anyway, I realized, well, my brother, who's a little bit more intelligent than me, though I do happen to be taller, so it kind of makes up for that.
Shut up.
Wow. Anyway, he has a camera, or no, I have a camera. It was hiding, and we found it, and now we're just up the production value. So anyways, this is kind of an experiment, kind of a first video, so we're just kind of seeing where this goes, but I wanted to talk about video games. So for this first kind of thing, I wanted to talk about my brother just gifted me with this kind of nice little Super Nintendo Switch online controller. Basically, this, if you recognize this, if you were a child in the 90s or are aware of the 90s, I don't know, maybe you're not aware of the 90s, there was a fancy little system called the Super Nintendo, and this is the American controller, but fitted or created and made for the Switch, so you can play online. There's no wire. So let's unbox this. So kind of go through the motions, Maybe I'll edit this, actually. Maybe this will be an edited video. Or I might just show the whole thing. Who knows? We'll see. So just a typical regular box. Nothing special inside it, so that goes somewhere. A USB-C cable. I did a take of this earlier, and I called it something really stupid, so you just don't worry about that. I call it an HDMI. I'm really not a techie guy. You'd think if you're a techie guy, that's not very techie.
Go with it.
I like talking a lot. So the cool thing is this. Ta-da! The controller itself. So if you've ever owned a Super Nintendo, really the controller doesn't need a lot of explanation. If you've ever played any Super Nintendo games, this controller feels fantastic. Absolutely just brilliant. The other thing to kind of note is this is the North American version, so the Japanese version. Actually, I have the Japanese version right here with me. Oh, this is for the Super Famicom, which was the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo. Not sure why there's two different names, but that was a trend. Anyway, they get prettier buttons. We get uglier buttons, purple, but hey. The other cool thing is it has a ZR and a ZL button so that you can play games on the Switch. Other than that, you just play wirelessly. You can sync it up. You can check battery power. I'm not sure what the battery life for this would be, but I assume it would be pretty decent since there's no like rumble functions and such. Anyway, I guess that's all I have to talk about. I hope this works out great. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. I'll probably be playing with this in one of my future videos. Okay, I hope you all have a great day, and peace.